Picture this: a genius so far ahead of his time that the world literally buried his most profound revelations for over 8 decades. You're about to discover why they kept Nikola Tesla's most controversial interview hidden from humanity until now. What you're about to hear will fundamentally change how you see reality itself. Tesla didn't just invent the modern world. He uncovered secrets about life, death, and the very fabric of existence that powerful forces wanted silenced forever. If you've ever wondered what happens when we die, whether we're truly alone in this universe, or if there's something greater connecting us all, you need to hear what Tesla revealed in 1930. But first, smash that like button and subscribe, because this knowledge has been suppressed for a reason, and you'll want to share this revelation with everyone you know. In 1930, at the age of 74, Tesla sat down with a journalist for what would become the most extraordinary interview in scientific history. The man who had already revolutionized electricity, wireless communication, and modern technology was about to reveal something far more profound: his understanding of the ultimate nature of reality itself. You see, Tesla wasn't just an inventor. He was a mystic scientist who bridged the gap between the physical and the metaphysical. While the world celebrated his electrical innovations, Tesla was quietly exploring dimensions of existence that wouldn't be acknowledged by mainstream science for nearly a century. The journalist opened with a provocative observation. It is believed that you foresaw the direction of both the 20th and 21st centuries. In your laboratory, you split atoms before anyone else, identified mysterious cosmic forces, and even built devices that could shake the Earth itself. Some say you discovered that our entire planet, every breath of air, every drop of water pulses with a living energy that most people can't even perceive. Tesla's response should make you question everything you think you know about reality. He said, "Indeed, that discovery represents my greatest triumph. Yet I must confess, I feel defeated. I possess knowledge that could transform humanity overnight, but the world simply isn't ready to receive it." Think about that for a moment. The man who gave us alternating current, wireless technology, and laid the foundation for everything from your smartphone to the power grid running your home. This genius felt defeated because his most important discoveries were too advanced for humanity to accept. When pressed about what specific visions he couldn't bring to life, Tesla revealed something that will blow your mind. "My ambition was to illuminate the entire planet. I could have created a second sun. We already possess all the energy we need, but mankind isn't prepared for such revelations." Let that sink in. Tesla claimed he could have created a second sun, not metaphorically, literally. He had discovered energy sources so powerful they could illuminate an entire planet. But here's the kicker. He said, "We already have all the energy we need, hidden right in front of us." Tesla continued with something that sounds like science fiction but might be scientific fact. "In Colorado, I actually charge the Earth itself with energy. But consider this, the musical compositions of Mozart and Bach carry positive forces that can be harnessed. The Earth contains vast reserves of energy associated with peace, love, and joy. Even the fragrance of flowers possesses healing properties we've barely begun to understand." You're probably thinking this sounds impossible, but remember, this is coming from the man whose impossible inventions are powering your life right now. Tesla spent decades studying how these invisible forces influence human consciousness and well-being. Here's where it gets really mind-bending. Tesla told the journalist, "All of my life's work has been guided by this pursuit. I know I won't uncover every secret, but I will never stop exploring. We're only beginning to sense the unseen forces flowing through the universe. Fast forward to today, nearly a century later, and scientists are finally talking openly about dark energy, a mysterious force that saturates the cosmos and shapes gravity itself. Tesla saw this coming 100 years ago, but Tesla's most revolutionary insight wasn't about energy or technology. It was about the source of all power. He said, "Mankind has searched for power outside itself for too long, forgetting that it's contained within. The energy that feeds the universe isn't just a physical resource. It's something far greater." He called it the ether. Others call it the divine spark. But according to Tesla, all living things are nourished by this force. It's hidden in the depths of our planet, in the structure of light itself, in the harmony of sounds, and even in our thoughts. Tesla predicted that one day this energy would become the foundation of technologies capable of feeding every hungry person, healing every sick individual, and eliminating our need for destructive energy sources. But he noted with profound sadness that his society wasn't ready. There was too much politics, greed, and fear of the unknown. Now here's where Tesla's story takes a turn into territory that will completely reshape your understanding of reality. During one of his experiments, he observed something that shouldn't have been possible: light disappearing, concentrated into a single point in space, as if a star was consuming itself. Tesla said, "I discovered a star that can disappear. According to my calculations, it exists in our galaxy. Its light is so dense it could be compressed into a sphere the size of an apple, yet it would weigh more than our entire solar system." You know what Tesla was describing, decades before any other scientist? Black holes. He was witnessing and calculating the properties of black holes in the early 1900s, when the rest of the scientific community wouldn't even begin discussing these cosmic phenomena for another 50 years. But Tesla's insights into the nature of existence went far deeper than physics. When the conversation turned to religion and spirituality, Tesla shared views that were decades ahead of their time and potentially dangerous to express publicly. He told the journalist, "No religion can claim absolute truth. They're all reflections of the same human desire to understand the source of life and our purpose. Religions and philosophies are attempts to explain the infinite using finite words. They may be useful, but they have no real significance on the scale of the universe." Tesla's concept of God was revolutionary. God, as I understand, is an infinite force. It's the energy from which everything originated. But it doesn't judge, it doesn't punish, it simply exists. In the early 20th century, such thoughts could destroy a scientist's reputation, so Tesla spoke cautiously in public. But in this private interview, he was completely candid about his understanding of reality. "Here's something that will change how you think about human potential forever," Tesla said. "Gravity, that's what we need to understand to learn how to fly. But I don't seek to create flying machines. I want to teach people to fly using their own consciousness. My goal is to activate the energy that already exists in the air around us." Tesla believed that emptiness doesn't exist, not on Earth, not anywhere in the universe. Everything is filled with energy, and he thought humans could learn to harness this energy with their consciousness alone. He viewed black holes not just as scientific curiosities, but as gateways to primordial matter, symbolic of transition, transformation, and the very nature of existence itself. When asked about his personal life, Tesla revealed something profound about the price of genius. "I never had a wife or children. Only in solitude can one fully devote oneself to observing the world and its mysteries. A family requires energy, and I didn't have it in abundance. Everything I had, I gave to my work. But don't mistake Tesla for someone who lacked emotion or depth. He was an incredibly feeling person who experienced what he called cosmic pain, a suffering that permeates the universe when harmony is disturbed. Tesla explained, "Many people are unaware of cosmic pain, but it causes diseases, suffering, poverty, wars, and all the horrors of human existence. We can't completely eliminate it, but awareness of its existence can ease the suffering." He described feeling physical pain when someone close to him was in distress. We're made of the same material. Our souls are connected by invisible threads. When somewhere on earth a child or a kind person dies, you suddenly feel inexplicable sadness. That's cosmic pain, not personal, but shared throughout the universe. Tesla believed this interconnectedness was key to healing humanity. He asserted that stars and planets affect our condition more powerfully than we imagine. Their movements echo in our dreams, thoughts, and intuition. Emotions aren't just personal reactions. They're part of a vast mechanism of interaction between all beings in the universe. Now, prepare yourself for Tesla's most mind-altering revelation about the nature of life and death. When the journalist asked about human mortality, Tesla responded with absolute confidence. Death doesn't exist. There is only transition. He wasn't speaking from religious faith. This was his scientific conclusion. Tesla explained, "In the beginning, there was energy from which matter arose. Matter is simply a form in which energy is enclosed. Everything we see, stars, planets, human bodies, trees, is light compressed to a certain density, light that came from the primary source." Tesla continued, "None of those who ever lived have truly died, because energy is eternal and life is a form of energy. The body departs, but the essence itself, the vibration itself, never disappears." Think about the implications of what Tesla just revealed. According to the man who understood energy better than perhaps anyone in history, you are not your body. You are energy, you are light, you are a vibration that existed before your birth and will continue after your physical death. Tesla compared death to a wave returning to the ocean. You will not die because you were never born. You have always existed in one form or another. We are only temporarily in these bodies in this world. When everything ends, we simply move to another state. Everything is energy, and it never disappears. These weren't just philosophical musings. Much of what Tesla predicted has been confirmed by later discoveries in quantum physics and astrophysics. When asked specifically about electricity, Tesla smiled for the first time in the entire interview and revealed something that should fundamentally change how you see reality. Everything is electricity. In the very beginning, there was an infinite source of light, and from it came the substances that formed the universe and Earth with all its diversity of life. But here's where Tesla's revelation becomes truly extraordinary. We're used to thinking that light is what we can see, but true light is black. It hides within itself the greatest mystery of the universe. A single quantum of it can contain nuclear, chemical, mechanical, and yet undiscovered energy. One such particle is enough to alter the orbit of Earth. The journalist asked in amazement, "You're claiming that all matter is a form of light?" Tesla's response should revolutionize your understanding of existence. Exactly. Light energy is primary, everything else is secondary. Matter is light frozen in a specific configuration. When you understand this, you understand that all living things are connected. We are not bodies. We are waves, vibrations, parts of a vast spectrum. Tesla spoke with the quiet confidence of someone who had seen something inaccessible to others. He had glimpsed the fundamental nature of reality itself. As the interview progressed, Tesla revealed his understanding of what he called cosmic pain, a concept that explains much of human suffering. He said, "Cosmic pain is what the soul feels when harmony is disturbed. Many are unaware of it, but it causes diseases, suffering, poverty, wars, and all the horrors of human existence." Tesla explained that he physically feels pain when someone close to him is in distress. We are made of the same material. Our souls are connected by invisible threads. When somewhere on earth a child or kind person dies, you suddenly feel inexplicable sadness. That is cosmic pain, not personal but shared. Tesla believed this interconnectedness could become the key to healing humanity. He asserted that understanding these connections is essential for spiritual progress. Without awareness that we are one, humanity is doomed to repeat its mistakes. This was Tesla in his entirety, part scientific genius, part prophet, part physicist, part poet. In the second half of the conversation, Tesla spoke increasingly about how all events in the universe are interconnected. The world is a fabric in which every thread influences the others, Tesla explained. We cannot do anything that will not be reflected somewhere else. Goodness begets goodness. Evil gives rise to suffering. Many of humanity's problems could be solved if we simply stopped doing evil. Tesla understood this might sound utopian, but he harbored no illusions about human nature. Man is inclined toward destruction. It's embedded in him, but this is not a sentence. We have a choice every day. The key is kindness. Not causing harm is the highest expression of strength. He strongly condemned all wars, even those waged under banners of truth or freedom. They always bring destruction and ruin lives. True victory is not victory over an enemy. It is victory over the desire to destroy. We must learn to resolve conflicts without violence. This is essential for humanity's survival, especially now when the era of great scientific progress is already on the threshold. Tesla believed the 20th century's scientific revolution was only a prologue. He envisioned a future where disease would be defeated through vibrations, where travel to the stars would become reality, and where energy would be free and accessible to everyone. But Tesla was wrong about one thing. War and aggression didn't disappear. Instead, their causes became more complex and insidious. Humanity learned to destroy with unprecedented power, but still hadn't learned how to truly love. Nevertheless, Tesla remained a supporter of peace until his final days. He believed in a bright future, in the idea that an era of awareness would follow the age of darkness. The future belongs to people of light, to those who carry knowledge, who are not afraid of truth, who choose good even in the darkest circumstances. Humanity is not ready yet, but it is awakening, and that is what matters. These were Tesla's final words in the interview that lay hidden in archives for over 8 decades. Now it speaks again as a message from a man who stepped beyond time, but remained true to the earth. Tesla's revelations force us to confront fundamental questions about our existence. If he was right, then you are not just a temporary biological machine destined for oblivion. You are energy. You are light. You are part of an infinite, interconnected web of consciousness that spans the entire universe. The implications are staggering. If Tesla's understanding is correct, then every thought you think, every action you take, every emotion you feel ripples through the fabric of reality itself. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe expressing itself in human form. Tesla's vision of humanity's future remains as relevant today as it was nearly a century ago. He saw a world where we would harness the infinite energy that surrounds us, where we would understand our interconnectedness, where we would choose love over fear, creation over destruction. The question now is, are we finally ready to receive the knowledge that Tesla tried to give us? Are we prepared to accept that reality is far stranger, far more beautiful, and far more hopeful than we ever imagined? Tesla believed we are on the verge of awakening. The choice is ours. Will we continue to seek power outside ourselves, or will we finally recognize the infinite source of energy that exists within us and connects us all? The man who gave us the modern world left us with one final gift: the understanding that we are beings of light, temporarily experiencing existence in physical form, but connected to something vast and eternal. Tesla's hidden interview isn't just a historical curiosity. It's a roadmap for humanity's next great leap forward. What you do with this knowledge is up to you. But remember Tesla's words. Everything is energy, and it never disappears. Neither will the impact of what you've just discovered.